Welcome to the Explainer. We're jumping straight into a massive foundational shift in tech today. We are completely moving away from passive systems that just sit around waiting for your instructions and leaping headfirst into the era of active, autonomous systems. If you've been keeping an eye on the tech space, you know things are moving at absolute breakneck speed. But what we're exploring today, this is truly the next frontier. Generative AI? That was yesterday. The real question is, what happens when AI stops talking and starts actually doing? We've all gotten completely used to chatbots writing our emails or summarizing a PDF, but Agentic AI is the critical next step. Think of it like this. It's the difference between asking an AI to generate a dinner recipe and having an AI literally check your fridge, order the missing ingredients, and preheat your oven. It's a total game changer, and today we're breaking down exactly how it works and how you can master it.
Here's a quick roadmap of what we're covering in this explainer. First, the agentic paradigm shift. Second, agents in the real world. Third, core concepts and capabilities. Fourth, frameworks powering the future. Fifth, the ultimate learning roadmap. And finally, some free courses so you can start building right away.
Section 1. The Agentic Paradigm Shift, moving beyond the prompt. To really wrap our heads around this shift, we have to look at the massive contrast between where we've been and where we're going. Passive AI, as the Process Excellence Network points out, basically requires you to hold its hand. It needs step-by-step human prompts, operates within super narrow constraints, and spits out a static output. It's essentially just a highly advanced calculator. But Agentic AI? This system initiates actions autonomously. You give it a complex objective, and it breaks it down, catches its own mistakes, and relentlessly pursues a strategic goal. It's a massive paradigm shift for businesses, honestly, because you're no longer just operating a software tool. You're essentially managing a digital worker. Let's lock in on exactly what that means. Agentic AI refers to AI systems designed not just to respond to commands, but to initiate actions, make plans, and adapt strategies based on their understanding of a given task with minimal human intervention. The key phrases to remember here are initiate actions and adapt strategies. Those are the defining traits. It doesn't wait around for you. It anticipates the goal and maps out its own path to get there. Section 2. Agents in the real world. 500+ open source projects. So what does this actually look like in practice? We are completely out of the theoretical phase now, because there are real downloadable projects solving complex industry problems as we speak. In finance, you've got an automated trading bot called Stock Agent. Over in e-commerce, there's Shopping GPT acting as a hyper-personalized shopper. In human resources, you have Jobber, an agent that proactively scans job postings and candidate profiles to match them up seamlessly. These aren't just ideas. They're systems sitting on GitHub right now that you can pull and start experimenting with. Let's actually look a bit closer at that finance example from Analytics video because it grounds this whole concept in a very high-stakes business scenario. Stock Agent doesn't just show you market data or a nice dashboard. It analyzes real-time sentiment, forms a trading strategy, and then makes executive decisions to buy or sell. And it does this using a self-correcting logic loop. If a trade tanks, the agentic system evaluates why it failed, adapts its strategy, and executes the next trade entirely differently. That is genuine autonomy in action. Section 3. Core concepts and capabilities. How agents think. To understand how an AI pulls off something that complex, we need to peek under the hood at the brain of an AI agent. According to the learning roadmap from Knowledge Hut, an agent's brain relies on a stack of core capabilities. It starts with goal setting. Then comes task decomposition, literally taking a mountain of a project and turning it into manageable bite-sized steps. Next is tool use. These agents can literally reach out and operate web browsers, query databases, or run calculators to get the job done. They also use memory management to keep context straight across the session, planning and sequencing to order their actions, and finally, reflection and self-correction to evaluate their own work and fix mistakes. When you stack all of those capabilities together, you get a continuous, autonomous loop of action and improvement. Section 4. Frameworks powering the future. The ecosystem. Now, building these digital brains from scratch every single time would be an absolute nightmare. But thankfully, we don't have to. The beauty of this space right now is that there isn't just one giant monopoly dictating how we build agents. We've got an incredibly diverse, robust, open-source ecosystem driving everything forward. You've got amazing frameworks like Crew AI, AutoGen, Agno, and LangGraph, and they all provide developers with the scaffolding needed to spin up these autonomous systems quickly and reliably. And things get really crazy when you realize we aren't just talking about single agents anymore. Take AutoGen, for example. This framework enables multi-agent collaboration. That means you can spin up an entire team of specialized AIs. Say, one agent acting as your lead coder, another as your QA tester, and a third as your project manager. They literally chat with each other in plain English, write code, test it, debate the results, and execute the final tasks together as a cohesive digital team. It is mind-blowing stuff, honestly.
Section 5, the ultimate learning roadmap from beginner to builder.
So I know what you're probably thinking right now. This is amazing, but how on earth do I actually learn to build this? I want you to frame this roadmap in your mind like a video game progression tree. You have to level up sequentially. Step 1 is your foundation, AI and Python basics. You got to understand machine learning fundamentals and know how to write basic automation scripts. Once you level up there, you hit step 2, LLMs and prompting. This is where you learn to structure instructions to reliably guide the AI's output. Level 3 unlocks agent design. This is where the magic really happens as you master giving your AI memory, tool access, and the ability to decompose tasks. And finally, at step 4, you reach frameworks and deployment, where you use those tools we just talked about to build, scale, and release your agents into the wild. I absolutely love this perspective from the Knowledge Hut and Analytics video roadmaps. Projects are the bridge between understanding AI and actually building with it. Seriously, do not get stuck in tutorial hell where you're just watching YouTube videos for months on end. You have to get your hands dirty. Build a super basic research assistant or a clunky customer support bot. The real learning happens when your code completely breaks and you have to dig in and figure out why.
Section 6, free courses to start building today.
And to help you start building today without spending a single dime, the Process Excellence Network recently highlighted some of the absolute best free training courses available right now. If you're looking to understand enterprise automation, definitely check out the course from agentacademy.ai. If you want to get way down into the technical weeds of building those multi-agent teams we talked about, deeplearning.ai has a brilliant course on agentic design patterns using AutoGen. And if you're approaching this more from a management perspective, LinkedIn Learning has a fantastic course specifically for business leaders trying to navigate this AI disruption. In fact, that specific report from the Process Excellence Network details a total of 7 top-tier, completely free courses available right now for business leaders and developers alike. There is zero barrier to entry here. The resources you need to adapt to this massive paradigm shift are literally just sitting there, waiting for you. We've covered the huge shift from passive tools to autonomous workers. We've looked at the real-world applications, the frameworks, and exactly how you can level up these skills. The next phase of intelligent systems isn't some distant sci-fi future. It is already here. So I want to leave you with this final thought. You've got the roadmap. You've got the free courses. What will your first agent build? Get out there, start experimenting, and we'll see you in the next explainer.